It is just a delightful day here in Oklahoma City. And look at it, the cottage garden is blooming. Let's take a stroll down the path to see what's all blooming in my cottage garden in Oklahoma City. Early May. We haven't done a mimosa garden walk yet. We have a morning coffee walk. We have evening coffee walk. But I think this is our first mimosa walk of the season. And today we're going to check out what I call center stage. Right now in May, she's in between seasons, so you can see the last season collard greens that was the main tenant on this stage. And then the Loxford is coming to its end as well. But she's still gorgeous. The vignette of this whole corner is beautiful with the cilantro flower, with the red poppies, pink poppies, and the purple Loxford. I also like that we have light Loxford in the mix. The Loxford is definitely towards its end. So she'll be the main star of center stage here. I just didn't have a chance to harvest her as often. But if you harvest these flowers frequently, then they stay around a little bit longer. Just like the daisy here, if I've had just taken time to harvest her, she'll probably be, instead of looking sad like this, we'll have more blooms like these. Same thing with the bachelor's buttons. Just the more you harvest, they'll bloom and the longer they stay with you. But like everything else, each plant will have their own moment to shine, their own time in the season to bloom and be beautiful. So we see the roses coming out. I wish you guys can smell it. My roses are very highly fragranced. That's I especially selected that. Funny I said that. But let's go back to why I selected this. This is our dog run, where the dog should poop here. We used to have 2 dogs, so smell was overwhelming. So I need to plant smelly good plants here that will help with the dog's unwanted fragrance. So lemongrass, she's just beautiful. She makes an appearance every season after the last frost. We just have to replant her every year. Usually things that are in pots we replant every year, and things that would just come back by itself will be in the bed directly. This rose is supposed to be Miss Oklahoma Rose. I'm still a little bit upset because I wanted to Miss Oklahoma Rose here. Bright red rose for my husband. But to my surprise, she is not. But we both love her colors so much. From yellow, pink, and orange, she's just so lovely. She's always sick, so there's always something wrong with her. So she's always needing extra attention. I usually don't cut her as cut flowers because she's not always perfect, but she shows up to the party and she looks just beautiful, and we adore her just the way she is in the garden. Next to her, you see is Mademoiselle, one of my favorite roses. She smells so good. She's supposed to be much bigger. Her blooms. But see how just I wish you can see it. Let me put down my mimosa and zoom in. Can you see her better? Like, isn't she perfection right there? Let's move on. The daisy finally just happy They were sad for a while when I transplanted them, as most flowers. And the strawberries are, well, we have one dead, not sure why, but they're still happy. And let me see if we can see any strawberries. And this rose next to my Mademoiselle. See the colors? We got this coral yellowish color, and then Mademoiselle is more of a coral. I think it's a true coral. And then you have clamming rose. She's supposed to be a clamming rose, but I did prune her aggressively. Her name is Zephyrin Trohine. I have two. I actually have four. One died. I have two on this fence. One right there and right there. But she will do better in June. So right now she's peaking. And what's special about her is she will bloom and bloom for months. She's supposed to be disease resistant, but I can still see some imperfection in her. And then I don't really have to deadhead her if I don't want to, but I do anyways, just to keep her pretty. And she is a fast grower. I need to train some of the canes. So I did an experiment this year. I pruned her really aggressively, and then her sister I kind of didn't. You can see if it really matters or not. One thing I was focused about the roses this year is I didn't want it to invade in the walking path by June, when June comes along. So that's why I kind of needed to prune them. And I do love these cilantro flowers. And soon it'll be coriander. But I don't cook with coriander that much. I just keep them actually just for the beautiful white blooms because I think they look so darling. Next is the blackberry. Oh, let's not skip out my favorite yarrow. I think she's the summer pastel from variety. And this is the pink one. And what yarrow is a must in every garden, whether it's a vegetable garden or a flower garden. So if you see a beautiful color yarrow, add it to your garden. And I do want to line, this is my newest transplant of catmint. I transplanted from other gardens, and this is what I transplanted so ago. So soon she'll just acclimate and courteous as her neighbor, and I want to line the whole path with catmint because it smells so good. She smells really good, especially if you brush against her. It's just, fragrance is delightful. And she blooms like this. If she's happy, she blooms like this from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. I'm supposed to deadhead her. I don't. Prune her. Maybe I do it for like the Chelsea chop. And here is one of my very few snapdragon that came back last year. Remember, I suspect that my mom weeded all my snapdragons because they will self-sow and come back. These are sweet peas that I sow in the winter, and I think they're getting along just fine with the blackberries. And we are getting some blooms in the blackberries. This is the Navajo blackberry. So this winter was my first time pruning it, and I did very aggressive to the point where I wasn't sure if I chopped the canes that will produce this year or not. So we shall see. But it looks like I didn't. Look like I saved some of the canes. It was too much last summer. We had a lot of blackberries, but it was everywhere. It took over the bed. So I'm like, I gotta tame her. I gotta put her in check, control her. So zinnias are here. They're back. Now I can't tell if these are self-sown zinnias from last year because I did scatter a whole bunch of seeds when I realized that my mom was aggressively weeding at the beginning of the year of the season, and she pulled out everything. So I planted some more. This rose right here is Princess Charlene of Monaco. I did prune her aggressively as well, and I kind of like it. This leaves this panel right here a little bare, but I think it's okay. It's me some time to think of what I want to put in it permanently. But as of now, we welcome this echinacea coneflower. She doesn't look like a coneflower. I hope she is a coneflower. I don't know what color she will be. I hope it will be purple, because I would love some purple. Echinacea. And this is what I just transplanted recently, because I pulled out all the cilantro flowers. Out here, it is becoming coriander. And I really don't need that many coriander seeds. I just actually use the coriander seeds just to re-sow them so they can come back in the fall. I just love cilantro and the cilantro flowers. I don't really cook with coriander except for when I make pho. That's about it. And this area right here is supposed to be a snapdragon area, but the snapdragon were pulled. So I transplanted some of these snapdragon that I took the clippings from another snapdragon, the self-sown, and then I some of the zinnias throughout the garden and transplanted here. I'm saving this empty spot right here for an apita to transplant over, because I want, like, napita looks beautiful along with the roses, under the roses. What do you guys think? Following along, and this is the untamed saffron trahoon. I didn't prune her that well, but she's blooming so good. She's climbing great. She's filling out the panel like she's supposed to. And all the colors here are just beautiful. You got your deep purple Loxford, your white cilantro with your poppies. The poppies are coming to the end, but then you get your sweet peas after the Loxford and poppies leave. The sweet peas will bloom. What is concerning about this rose for me is this. I can't tell if this is new new growth, or is it a disease, rosette disease, because it kind of suspicious of rose rosette. So I'm kind of worried. I hope not. After this video, may have to do some research. Along the path, I've always wanted an edible garden, but my husband wanted a beautiful flower garden. So we were supposed to turn this south border into a cottage cutting, or more organized, more formal cutting garden with roses and selected plants. And my mom insisted, since this is such a valuable sunlight, water, and soil, she wanted to plant some of edibles in here. So that's her edible, oh my god, bakha. Elephant ears that we make for soup. Vietnamese call it bakha. And it's delicious in soup. I love it. But we have Loxford. We have all our favorite flowers. And the rose that I do not like, I keep on threatening her every year to pluck her if she doesn't prove that she belongs in this bed. And then we have the cilantro. Oh, my big pile of dirt, because I need to show you guys my newest plants. But my mom insisted of planting cucumber on this panel because it did so well last year. She's like, I want to plant more cucumbers this year. Cucumbers are very short-lived here in Oklahoma. You gotta constantly pinch it so that it'll grow up and strong and healthy, and it's always susceptible to diseases. And then you have to harvest them daily. If you miss a harvest, that's like the end of that particular plant season. So I love cucumbers, but it's just such a high maintenance plant to plant in the garden. But she really wanted. Here is my newest addition to the family of this border. I don't know what's wrong with me. I cannot keep blackberries alive. Every year I buy new blackberry plants. I forgot the name of this plant. Oh my goodness. Oh, I kept the box, thank goodness. I'll label her later. This is a new blackberry that I just planted last night. Midnight gardening. And I planted another one here. This is the variety I planted last year, and it produced us really well. So this year I'm hoping that it will stay and at least be fruitful for a couple seasons or so at least. It was my fault, I believe, last year because I didn't water her. This bed is pretty much supposed to be watered by the sprinkler system, and we just kind of subsidize, add on a few watering sessions here or there as needed. But then I forgot that we have the blackberries here that needs to be watered. So hopefully this year I will remember. This is a tour so far for our cottage garden, cut flower garden in the south fence border. Thank you for spending time with me this morning as we tour our cut flower south border bed. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know that you do by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Come back often and visit me. Cheers to us. And as always, treat every day as a new day, a new chance, a new opportunity to cultivate your life. Let's do it together.